Okay guys, exciting day for me today. I got the engine in the WRX. Unbelievable, did it by myself. Not that that's unbelievable, but it just went in super smooth, man. It went in like a glove. I did a few adjustments to get it in there. I didn't have to like pull, shake, anything. It actually went in super smooth. I'm so happy. Take a look. So there she blows, just right after I got her in there. And clutch lined up perfect. I just got a couple bolts in so I could get it together so it wouldn't lean forward when I took the cherry picker off there. But yeah, man, she's in and I'm happy. So moving forward, I mean, look, it's winter here. I was hoping to have this done by spring, maybe a little sooner now because I kind of been rejuvenated by getting this engine in the car. I love the way it looks. I think these tires look amazing. They're 255 40 or 35 18s on a 9.5-inch rim. Yeah, 35 18s, and they kind of stick out a little bit, as you can see. But they just look so cool, man. I love it. Maybe I have to put it up a little bit. See, definitely gonna get some rub, but you know, we'll work a little bit of camber and hopefully we can run these. I would love to. If not, we got to put a little bit smaller tire. Still got the rear brakes to put on. I got the front in there. I had to take off the subframe because we have equal length headers, and that was not going in there with that subframe. Having to go up and down a little bit, but she went in super smooth. I mean, I did it with the hood on. Didn't get caught on it. Got the car angled in the garage here so that I could do it with the door closed because it's just a little bit above freezing today. We're gonna get some little bit nice weather, but super happy. Headlights came out beautiful. Not a show car by any means, but you know what? It's gonna look nice and I'm gonna be happy with it, and it's gonna be a driver's car. That's what we're looking for. A nice, clean driver's car. Nothing crazy, but maybe crazy fast. I don't know. Not looking to get crazy horsepower, but ooh, we'd be happy if we get it on 400. I mean, that'd be something else. But I'm not sure with that eBay 20G on there. I mean, I've heard good and bad reviews on them, and you know, we'll see what it does. Another thing that I did was I have a different front mount intercooler. So I think this is a Turbo XS. She looks kind of messed up right now. I had to straighten out a lot of the fins, but I had these bags out here. I'm gonna get one of the smaller ones. Grab one of the big ones. Intercooler piping. So the intercooler piping, I had it powder coated a wrinkle black. It was that polished aluminum look, which I didn't like, and it was all scratched up. But take a look. And hopefully it's gonna look pretty nice on the car. I'm sure the car's not gonna be, you know, showroom, but she's gonna be super clean. And another thing I did get was the Mishimoto radiator. I used one, cleaned it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see, I got parts for another project that I'm starting. So hopefully that one will be in here soon, and this one will be out of here. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Okay, so this is gonna be the first startup of this engine. Intercooler is in. Don't mind the intake. This is only for startup purposes. The intake, as you can see, front mount. So we already primed it. We're gonna prime it again, and then we will crank her up. So hook up the battery. Lights are on. So you're gonna prime it right now?
I'm gonna prime her up right now.
Okay.
So it's 3 starts, right? Turn it over 5 times each.
Yeah, hopefully the battery has enough juice. right, so the fuel pump was disconnected. Now he's gonna reconnect the fuel pump.
Not just the fuel pump, also the crankshaft sensors.
Okay.
Let her prime it up. I don't know if there's any gas in it because this is still showing empty.
Got a booster pack? It's possible. All right, we're gonna throw a booster on it and see if we can get a stronger crank out of it. All right, booster pack hooked up.
Very little gas in it.
Okay.
Because the gauge did move a little bit. Maybe we should get some gas. Sure. Maybe there's enough to push it in there.
Should be.
It's going up slowly.
Does it usually take a while to start?
At this point, now it's going to come down to diagnosing to see if there is fuel or a spark issue. So stay tuned and let's see what we can figure out what's going on. Okay, so we're back trying to diagnose why we can't get this engine started up. Timing is good. We got voltage at the injectors. We got voltage at the coils. When we try and crank it over, I can't smell any fuel. Fuel pump is working. We can hear it. We disconnected the line. We have fuel spraying out of the line. What else did we do so far?
Pulled out the coil.
We're checking for spark. So this is where we're at. Timed compression's good. Check for compression. So mind you, this is a WRX with an STI engine. Everything seemed to be plugged up fine. So stay tuned and while we try and diagnose why this engine won't crank up.
It's a EJ257 long block, so that means heads in the short block. So, but the TGV, well, it's TGV deleted now. Everything is from the original WRX, including the wire harness, except the intake manifold, which I took off the other car and I swapped everything over to the intake manifold, and the throttle body. So the throttle body is from the STI, but she seems to be opening and closing when I hit the accelerator. We've been transferred over the 4-bar map sensor. So the only thing that is original to the WRX is the wire harness, the TGVs, the injectors, some of the sensors in the front. But the crank sensor is STI, the cam sensors are STI, but they match up with the ones off the EJ207. So I can't see that being an issue, but it might be. We thought it might be timing, so I pulled everything from the front to check. Timing is perfect. All the teeth on the cam gear, on the crank gear are there, so none of them are missing. Yeah, beyond that, I don't know what else to check, but we'll keep trying.
All right, stay tuned. So go ahead. Okay. So that's it, cranking over. I understand that, there's plumbing disconnected, but it should try and start, and that's where we're kind of at right now.
If it fires on, I can shut it off.
Yep. All right, so back to figuring out what's going on. So talking to my brother, and I was like, is it timed? So it is timed, but it's timed incorrectly. So you can see there's one marker right there, which I don't know what he's saying. He probably wasn't paying attention and lined it up there. And you can see the other marker right there.
You can take a look at this one here.
So you can look at that. So that's the white marker right there. That's what we want. But he lined it up with that arrow, which is incorrect for the timing. So you can see this cam is lined up to the top, and the two lines are lined up right there with each cam. That one's lined up, and this side is lined up as well. Hard to tell, but you can see it is lined up. So those ones are lined up. So right now he's gonna reset the timing, and then we'll try and crank it over. So this is why we are not getting a start, because as you can tell, the crank gear is not timed correctly, therefore it's not sending the correct signal to let it run. So let's get this thing timed up correctly.
Anyways, so I feel that I've timed this incorrectly using the wrong marker on the gear here. So we feel that it's off about 90 degrees. I don't know whether that has any bearing on our valves, and hopefully we don't have any issues with the valves. We never actually got the car started. We did get kind of when we were throwing some starter fluid in there, it kind of sputtered a little bit. It feels like it still has compression with the timing out like this, but right now we're going to set the timing and we're going to see if we still have compression in all cylinders, and then we're going to try and give her a start up. So hopefully this being off 90 degrees is not going to be an issue for the rebuild on the motor. If not, we're pulling it out again, I guess. But
You have other engines.
we have more than one.
All right, let's get this done. Okay, so re-timed. You can see the marker now, that white marker is lined up. Those are lined up as well. And that side's lined up. So he's gonna try and give it a crank and see if it sputters, pops, does something. Let's see.
Ready?
Yep. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. She fired right up. He shut it off straight away, just to let you know. He's gonna put everything back together and we're gonna run it. So it's all back together. So this is gonna be the official startup.
Ready?
Yeah. 225, 3,000 RPM for about 15 minutes to break it in. And as you can hear right now, it's running pretty smooth. So some more stuff he's got to do to it, and then eventually we're going to get on the road and drive it around.